Okay then. Wandavision it is.
Wanda, welcome home.
After the Phase 3 of the MCU ended with a bang in the end game, lots of new projects were announced, including many sequels, whole new movies and even MCU TV shows. This has made fans excited for shows to come. First of which was going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier. But shooting of WandaVision ended before Falcon and Winter Soldier could. So there were some requests to do a video on the news about Wandavision TV show. So we decided to do that next. This is going to be a very different TV series from the news that is already given by Marvel Entertainment. There are lots of news up to this point. So let's break it down. There are going to be 6 episodes. At first we saw some interesting characters in the Comic-Con panel, such as Monica Rambeau or Lieutenant Trouble from Captain Marvel, and FBI agent Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man and the Wasp. There is also a character played by Kathryn Hahn they deliberately only call the nosy neighbor. We have our own theories about her. From the first image, we see that the surfaces which are lit by the light from the TV are colored but other surfaces aren't. It is to imply that Wanda's powers are what is making this reality happen. So from the trailers we see that the setting of the series is going to be centered on her power to use chaos magic to control reality. She has not shown her true powers in the MCU yet. In this movie we are going to explore more about her powers. The first half is going to be an actual sitcom-style series with live studio audiences. The latter half is going to be the full-on Marvel magic action movie Marvel is known for. The trailer showed different decades with the Vision residents. So you can see her powers change her reality throughout the episodes decades at a time.
Wanda, welcome home.
Firstly, we see that Wanda is meeting Vision and wondering how he got there. At that moment, we see another Wanda in the TV and we realize something is wrong. Then they get teleported into the Vision residence reality Doctor Strange style. Then we see them in the 1950s setting, that was teased in the image with the clothes and furniture and everything. Then we get to 60s 70s when Wanda gets pregnant with twins. For those of you who don't know, Wanda has babies in the comics using her powers, called Wiccan and Speed. Then it is revealed that they are parts of the soul of Mephisto, and lots of things happen there. Then we see the 80s, where Wanda's hair and clothes look hilarious. We see kids telekinetically levitating their pacifiers and the parents wondering what is happening, just like in a sitcom. This is the series that will be explaining how mutants work, and how would they tie into the main Marvel story, because the kids are actually mutants. Her powers might also be a backdoor to keep those kids in the MCU after the events of WandaVision. We then see Wanda in a disapproving mom vibe. Just imagine her children as teenagers doing typical teenager things that moms get angry of. Then we see Wanda in her full comic clothing. It's just as an Easter egg because it's just a Halloween style dress and not a serious battle dress. So it's time for the nosy neighbor. We believe it is going to be Agatha Harkness. She is a mentor of Wanda in the comics and a major villain. We see her in the comics behind the scenes pulling strings. There is news that Evan Peters landed a role at WandaVision. If you don't know him by name, you may know him as the better version of Quicksilver. That is right, the man who played Quicksilver in X-Men is going to appear in WandaVision. We personally are huge fans of that version of Quicksilver. He was one of the few likable things in X-Men movies. We still don't know for sure if Evan Peters is going to be playing a Quicksilver in the WandaVision show. But why else would he of all people come into the series? In the leaked footages of one episode there is a person that we don't see staying at their house which kids refer to as Uncle. We can speculate that this is Wanda's brother Quicksilver, but it is not at all sure. It is already revealed in the Comic-Con panel of Doctor Strange 2 that Wanda is going to appear in the movie. So we can imagine this series setting up the movie. Think about how creating a reality by Wanda is going to affect the real world. It's literally his job to protect the reality. Maybe some cosmic entity escapes from reality into the real world using Wanda's powers, and that leads to the events of Doctor Strange 2. Let us know in the comments below if you want us to do a video about that next. Wanda is one of the most powerful characters in the MCU right now. So someone like the Good Doctor is going to be needed to deal with her. Jimmy Woo character might be there by the orders of Thunderbolt Ross to keep tabs on Wanda. Fun fact: Wanda has never been called Scarlet Witch in the MCU yet. So with the powers she learns about in the series, she is going to be turned into the full chaos magic Scarlet Witch. There is news that Sword is going to appear in the series. Since Monica Rambeau is already revealed to be in the series, she might be a field agent of the Sword organization. As you might know, in the comics she has very similar powers to Captain Marvel. There might be ways to introduce her powers in the series using the chaos magic as well. If you want to know how powerful Scarlet Witch in the comic books, she once whispered no more mutants, and 99% of the mutant population of the world lost their powers in an instant, in the House of M storyline. She later undid that action, giving the mutant population new powers. So it is very easy for her to give someone else those powers. If Monica Rambeau already has those powers, we might get explanations for them as well. So if she is able to keep her children after the series, that might lead to future Young Avengers storylines. That's all the news we have for today. If you liked this video, push that like button below, and if you loved this video, don't forget to subscribe. Tell us what you thought and what you want us to do in the next video. If you haven't seen our previous videos, links are in the description below. Till then, thanks a lot for watching.